month of March is dedicated to women. March 8th is International Women's Day, and the entire March really is International Women's Month, Women's History Month. And this is an opportunity for people to come together to speak up about the rights women have, to remove some of the barriers that have prevented women from achieving their full potential, gaining economic independence, and also being able to fully participate in all aspects of society, socially, culturally, politically, even within the religious spheres. Now, to discuss women's issues in this special month with a fellow woman, I'm glad that we have an activist here in the studio, Adetun Onajobi. Welcome to Rubbin Minds, Adetun.
Thank you, Dr. Adetun Onajobi.
Thank you for honoring our invitation. So, Women's Month, a lot has been happening. Are you happy with the level of attention that women's issues have received over the years, and particularly in this month of March?
Yes, I will say that I'm happy that the challenges, the traumas, the problems, the subdues that women have been facing over the years is becoming more visible and is coming into the limelight. So yes, I'm happy about it that yes, people are getting to know, the world is getting to know, our children, our young girls are getting to know that we have challenges that we faced, our grandparents faced. And then we have also faced it, and if we don't deal with it, if we don't conquer it, they would also inherit the same challenges, and we don't want them to.
Yeah, so a lot of progress is being made, and I think your point, I resonate with it, that people are speaking out. So many issues have been happening in the past, and people have kept quiet. What has encouraged people to find their voice, to speak out on these issues, especially about issues that previously would be seen as taboo, or you don't mention those things out in public?
You know, over the years, we've been faced with, cultural issues, religious issues, too many things, what the society would say, family ties and all of that, family challenges and all of that. But we're breaking free. The world is global. The world is not just becoming global. The world is global. So we're beginning to check ourselves that, why us only? Is it African only? Is it an African thing? Is it a Nigerian thing? Is it a family thing? Is it my religious thing? So we can see ourselves in the mirror now. Before, the problems were so much, the challenges were so much, the fear was, so much that it shielded everything. But now, not only issues about women, everything generally is beginning to come into the limelight. So, and it's good that everything is becoming visible, because if we stay in the dark, it's not going to help us. We've lived our years, our parents lived years backwards, thinking that this is an unbreakable jinx. They thought that, no, this one, you can't do it. In fact, we grew up with this perception, no, it's a taboo, you can't do this, don't do this. But we're in a world where people are testing. Yoruba people will say, but now, this generation, Sorosoke is a global thing. When you tell them it is a no, they want to go and check whether it is truly a no or a yes. And when they come out and say, oh, so this thing is just like a tie back or a tie down. So it's becoming more obvious, and it will get more obvious, and we want it to become more obvious.
And do you think these women's voices are strong enough? Are the men listening to what the women are saying?
Oh, yes.
Are other women listening? Are they supporting women when they speak up and act courageously, from when the expectation is just be a good girl, be seen and not heard, don't do too much, don't show yourself?
I'll take myself as an example. I'm like a 5-in-1 person. And when I do some things, I see a lot of women, come to me, or when they see me, or they send letters or messages to me and say, you are a strong woman, I wish I can be like you. When I hear things like that, I'm not happy. Some people think like they are trying to hype me, or it's an energy, it's a fuel for me to move on. No, I feel ashamed that what's keeping you? Why are you not doing it? What's subduing you? Why are you envying another woman? Why are you praising another woman when you're supposed to be praising yourself and celebrating yourself? So for me, I will say that it's not proper for some people to be watching some people do it. It's our battle. God has given us that mantle. I keep saying this all the time. We are homemakers. We are nation builders. So meaning that whatever we've been doing at home and succeeding, we can do it anywhere. So no woman should be out there praising another person. Come out. Don't be ashamed. Listen, I always say that you cannot shame the shameless. The fact that we are being intimidated is shameful enough. The fact that we cannot talk when we should talk is shameful enough. So what other shame do you want to inflict on us that is new? So rise up to your responsibility as a woman. Stand up and take the mantle and the baton. What is keeping you? Nothing should subdue you. It's shameful for fellow women to be praising other women.
And you know, you said envy could be the reason, or maybe people they don't trust their own abilities. I begin to wonder that with what's happening with Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, we've seen a lot of women, current senators, female senators like Senator Ireti, come out and speak. We've seen women take the streets against Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, saying she's blackmailing, saying that she should go and face her marriage. In fact, the latest one has come out is that she has 4 children from 3 different marriages, and you're expecting women to support women. How come that's not coming through when she's this bold woman who has spoken up against all odds?
So it depends on the angle them Ireti Kingbe and all of that looked at it from. Today, this week, we're celebrating International Women's Day. There are times when we celebrate International Mother's Day, and then we do Mother's Day. There's a difference between being a woman and a mother. Maybe they acted as women, not mothers. First of all, we should all understand that when you insult one woman, you've insulted all women. So whatever shame bestows Natasha is bestowing us and our children. What I expected is for us to deal with our pains inside, and as usual, we come out smiling or supporting each other. There's something we call the spirit of umoja. We have to stay together to fight the battle. We have to stay together to correct our challenges. We have to stay together to deal with each other. They might be thinking, oh, they've gone past that level. What I expected them to do is summon Natasha. When you summon Natasha, whether she comes or not is not the issue. Try to speak to her, make her understand that you are not representing Kogi only. You are representing all the women in that Senate. You are just 4 of you there, and you are representing more than 20 million women, meaning that you are our voice, you are our strength, that you remain unbroken, unchallenged. Now, the issue is not about Natasha. Natasha is a woman. Natasha has her own qualities and her own flaws. But this issue is about her gender. We are dealing about her gender. Even you as a married woman, when you're not happy and you're boiling at home, your husband would have noticed that something is wrong with this woman, and then he would look for a way to approach you. If you look at Natasha's aggression, she's bottled up. Something is eating her,
so
or something is pushing her.
Senator Ireti should have called her to have heard her story, or are you saying that she could have shown support maybe by...
I will not come out to attack a fellow woman like me. We can fight behind doors, but when we come out, we have to come out strong in the face of our adversary. So you shouldn't have come out to say this, because it seemed like they're taking sides. It seemed like they don't trust Natasha. It is not about trusting Natasha now. It is, why would Natasha pour? What is the level of her anger and her frustration that she's bottling up, and then she came out in a public space to pour it? And whatever emotions Natasha has displayed, it supersedes and overrules every law in that house. This is a woman we are talking about. A woman must not be bruised. You can't afford to see a woman cry. And you know, we women, we use these things, this emotion. We can swindle our emotions anywhere. We don't want women using their power as women to destroy men or to blackmail men. We don't want it. If that is the side that is coming from Natasha, no, we will not accept Natasha doing that. Because we also don't want our young girls growing up and then saying, yes, I can attract a man and hold him down with my body. No, you're stronger than your boobs. You're stronger than the physical features that you carry. You are a woman not because of the size of your butt or the size of your breast. You are a woman because you are strong. You are a woman because you are resilient. You are a woman because you are intelligent. You are a woman because you can hold down conversations. You are a woman because you can push when your man is weak. So I would not, and I never expected such women. Definitely they took on Natasha Akpoti and not Natasha's gender. So they went against Natasha's person. Maybe I've heard a lot of people say
that this is a woman's issue. I mean, this is an allegation
which can happen to them as well.
Or their daughters,
or their sisters.
Yes. So what about those women who are going on the streets carrying placard and they are saying, oh, Natasha should face her husband, that Natasha should leave the Senate president alone?
You cannot shame the shameless. When you enter a taxi, you enter a cab, and then they want to hail the cabman, they'll say Okwashewo. Okwashewo is a general statement. So meaning that you are Yawashewo, I am Yawashewo. When you say a woman is a shawo, it's a general statement. It does not matter whether you are a professor or you are a hawker. It does not matter whether you are a pastor's wife. When they want to get at you as a woman, they will say that. So they shouldn't have looked at Natasha's person. You can say Natasha is rude. Natasha has 6 men for different this. All that is story. We all have our stories. But Natasha is not representing her person there. She's representing millions of women on that stage. So leave Natasha's person. I, as a person, people want to deal with my person, but I stay strong. You cannot attack Adeton as a person. You cannot attack me because I am just Adeton for everyone. I am just Adeton for the voiceless. That doesn't mean I'm perfect a person. But when I need to stand strong as a woman, when I need to hold my mantle as a mother, when I need to keep my tears and face my challenges, you can't break me, I'm sorry. So you shouldn't break Natasha because Natasha is a nasty woman or because Natasha is rude. No, Natasha is standing for all of us. If Natasha had not gone through that, millions of women have gone through that. Millions of girls have gone through that. And if we don't put a stop to it, our children, we all have girls. Our girls will go through it. Why do we have to become lions to hold positions? We are queens. You want to open a door for a woman, you open, then let the queen come down. But when you see us in the face of, in the front line of activism, when you see us when we need to attack the government, when you see us when we need to demand for our rights, we become so ruthless. We become lionesses, which shouldn't be in our society today.
I mean, we saw the list of people who signed for the suspension of Senator Natasha.
Transferred signature or originally signed.
I mean, that's what we saw online, and people had to sign for her suspension. And I mean, a lot of people were shocked and surprised that a fellow woman like a Senator Ireti Kigigbe also signed, and she has granted media interviews almost alleging and saying like maybe there was a better way she could have approached it.
Nobody has control over emotions when it gets to a certain level. Nobody has control over emotions when it gets to a certain level. How she presented herself might not be right. Where she presented herself might not be right. But we cannot take away the fact that the woman factor played on her. Natasha might not be matured enough for that position she's taking. Natasha might not have the temperament for that position she's taking. We don't know. I would have expected the House to say, okay, Natasha is boiling, Natasha is overboiling, we want to send her for some counseling, we want to talk to her.
What about investigating the allegations, a free and fair investigation? Because what message are we sending to the young girls who want to go into politics or elected office? Is it that if we talk now, they're going to suspend you for 6 months, or just keep quiet and be like a Senator Ireti and the other ones?
No, them Senator Ireti are... They are the oldies. Don't forget what we said earlier on. They took a lot of things in. So they see a lot of things as norm. And when you do the needful, they see it as being disrespectful. Does that make sense to you? They see it as being disrespectful. Now, Natasha's investigation, we would want it. And we're still going to push for it. Why? It is said that Natasha was telling a lie, and she's being punished for trying to weaponize her agenda, or Natasha was telling the truth, but her emotions overruled her and over-controlled her, and she didn't present herself well. But the factor is Natasha has to be investigated. We don't want to raise a generation of girls who want to weaponize their beauty.
Yes.
We don't want to raise a generation of girls who are too desperate and will do anything to get to a position that they cannot manage. We don't want our girls to hush into a seat and
we
then
don't want to silence our girls.
No, you can't afford to.
We're almost out of time. So in 30 seconds or less, what's the solution going forward?
The solution is we keep speaking and we keep standing tall and firm in the face of our adversary. We have to make men understand that we are strong. We are stronger than they are. A man can't keep a home without a woman. So we will continue. This is not the end of it, and this is not the first of it. But the thing is, we have to continue. It's our battle. But let me tell you one thing. The challenges that we have faced over the years and our parents faced and suffered, we have to face it now because the advantage and the outcome is more beneficial than that voice of discouragement that we have been trained with over the years.
Thank you so much. So much to still talk about, but sadly we're out of time.
Unfortunately.
Again, happy International Women's Day and happy International Women's
Happy International Day to every beautiful young girl, young woman out there. One day you get to the position of being mothers, and then you know the difference between being a woman and being a mother. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Don't just